Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about our silverware. Have you ever opened your drawer and then noticed that it looks a little dull? Maybe it's tarnished or there's even some rust stains. Specifically for me, I have noticed it in my knife set. So I have little stains throughout on a few of my knives, and I want to try and get those out. So today I'm going to show you how to remove the rust stains and give you some tips so you can keep your silverware protected from future tarnish and stains. Let's get started. Okay, so I wanted to go over the ingredients that you'll need to clean your silverware. I'm going to try a few different methods. I'm going to start off with this one first. You're going to need, you can either do this in your kitchen sink or in a pan, but you want to have a piece of aluminum foil, shiny side up, and this is what we're going to use to soak the knives. I'm going to start with the knives first. The tin foil kind of helps as an electrolytic reaction, and it helps transfer any rust on the knives to the foil. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead, we place the aluminum foil in here. I'm going to go ahead and start placing the knives in here, and I'm just going to place them this way. I have one more I want to get and put in with this batch. Okay, and this one you can really, I don't know if I'm angling it right, but has a lot of rust stains in. So you're going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to need some baking soda, and we're just going to generously pour it over the silverware. Okay, so the silverware is all covered with the baking soda, and what we're going to do next is go ahead and take some white vinegar. I'm just going to use maybe a half a cup. Let's see how much it covers. I might need more. And we're just going to pour it over the knives. And you see it is fizzing. I think that covers it pretty well. Maybe I'll just do a little bit more. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go ahead and we're going to add some boiling hot water over this. Okay, so now we're going to let this sit for about 10 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes that they've been soaking in the vinegar, water, and the baking soda. They do look better. I do see a little bit of rust spots on some of them that look, like they did not come off completely. But what we're going to do, like this one here, definitely. So what we're going to do now is rinse them off. Go ahead and wash them with, some mild dish detergent, dry them off, and then we're going to see how they look. And then I have one additional method to help with the rust stains as well. Okay, so here they are all cleaned off and dried off. And actually, now that I'm looking at them, they actually do look pretty good. I think that maybe after sitting in the solution and then, washing them off, they actually look a lot better. I don't see the rust stains that I did see. I do have another knife that I want to try a different method with. So this one may be a little bit on the tip there, but definitely much better than it was. A little bit here on the inside of this knife. But overall, I do think they look much better. They don't have as many, or they're not as deep as they were. Yeah, so much better. Okay, so there is one more method that I want to give a try, and it is using a lemon and some salt. So first, I'm just going to cut a slice of the lemon, and we're going to go ahead and use both of these on I'm going to see which knife still has a little bit of rust on it. We're going to give it a try, see if we can get it completely removed. Okay, so I cut a piece of the lemon, and I'm going to go ahead and just rub it over the areas that have the rust. Do the other side as well. And then we're going to go ahead and use the salt and put the salt on top of the knife and use ahead and take the lemon again, and we're going to use this as kind of like a scrubber. See it lifting a little bit, especially this spot right here. Let's check the other side. Let me go and put some more salt. Okay, so I rinsed it off. This was the one that I used the lemon juice and the salt. And I think it looks pretty good. I do think it, let's see the other side. This side you still see a little bit of the rust marks here. I do have one more way, one more method using Colgate toothpaste. And you know what? Let's just go for it and let's see how it comes out. Okay, I have my Colgate. I'm just going to go ahead and squeeze some out. And we will put it on those areas where you still see. Overall, I think either method really does help. Definitely eliminate a lot of the rust marks that I had on the other knives. And I know, okay, so we're just going to let that sit on there for a few minutes, come back and see if it made it any better. Okay, over the last several weeks, I have been hand washing my silverware. I just find that it seems to come out better when I do it rather than putting it in the dishwasher. But one of my tips is, of course, if you can, hand wash if you have the time. And I think that you get the food particles off a lot better than when you put it in the dishwasher. At least that's, for me personally. Also, another tip that I have been doing lately is drying them off with either a microfiber soft cloth, or I've been using really more of, what are these called? Oh my goodness, I remember what they're called. Flour sack towels. I just find that they are, do a better job of drying off the silverware and my knives. So that is another tip. Okay, it's been a few minutes with the toothpaste on the knife. Let me go ahead and rinse this off and we'll see how it looks. Okay, it's all cleaned off. I still see a little bit of rust on the tips of this knife, but you know what? I think it's better. What does the other side look like? Better, definitely better. So honestly, I think I would say, out of all the methods that we did today, for me, I think the baking soda and the vinegar, soaking it for a while, and that solution really was the winner for here today. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my knives, and then I'll show you what they look like. Okay, so here they are, all dried off and clean. I think they came out pretty good. There are a few that have a few light rust stains that did not come out, but they are definitely a lot better than they were before I did them. And that's it. Your silverware is now clean and shiny. It's protected from rust and from tarnish. If you found this video helpful, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up so others can find these tips as well. And if you're interested in more cleaning, organization, cleaning hacks, DIYs, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you here as part of my family. And if you have a method of cleaning your silverware, I would love to know it in the comments below, or let me know if you're going to try any of these hacks that you've seen today. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you'd like to watch more cleaning videos, click the playlist here.